And we are live now. Hey everyone, how y'all doing today? My name is Voice of Reason 467, and we are playing God of War, or colloquially known as Dad of War. Yeah, this is the 8th stream we're going to be doing, and unfortunately we had to end the last stream a little bit earlier because, if I'm being perfectly honest, I wanted to do a stream with a friend of mine who incidentally wanted to get into DC Comics too. So, we did that a little bit. If you guys want to check it out, just check out my channel there. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and do a few things here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and share this stream on social media for a second here. Oh, hold on, let me bring up the right browser, because that one brings it up automatically usually whenever it is I start a stream. It's on the front page here. And nope, looks like I gotta go to the actual video. Huh, that sucks. So yeah, if you give me a moment here, I'll be able to do that. Let's see here. Go ahead and share. Twitter. I gotta start putting in custom messages whenever it is I share myself like that. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, I see. I see there, Autistic Beaver. I do. One of the things apparently that happened in the last 28 days, I didn't really notice it, was apparently I ended up getting like, 4 new subscribers, which is good. It means my channel is growing to some degree, although nowhere near to the amount that I would wish it would. But hey, I gotta put the work in after all. Gotta keep streaming, gotta keep uploading videos, gotta keep coming up with video topics. Speaking of which, we are going to be talking a little bit about Disney, and specifically how it is that they came out as trans, or rather pro-trans, I should say. In fact, what was it? One of the heirs to the Disney Corporation came out quite literally as, yes, that's true, Autistic Beaver. So yeah, one of the heirs to it, to the Walt Disney. Oh wait, I was already there. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, one of the heirs to the Walt Disney family apparently came out as not only pro-trans but trans himself, and said that he will redirect the company to being far more friendly to pro-LGBT stuff, and he is willing to try to push the company in a more progressive direction, which is nice. I'm not going to say like, go Disney, Disney's good now, I'm going to be a Disney simp, but it's a good thing that that's happening. There's really no reason why it is people should be like anti-trans in any particular fashion. Even South Park I found to be kind of cringe in some areas, even though certain episodes that people cited I don't think were meant to be trans. Like the one in which, not Randy, the other guy, Kyle's dad basically becomes a penguin and whatnot. I don't think that was actually making fun of trans people, In fact, the whole bathroom thing or whatever was like, wasn't exactly during a time in which trans bathrooms were even a thing. So, I mean, you could look at a retrospect and say, yeah, sure, but that had more to do with the fact that this person was bending their identity into that of a dolphin. In fact, let me go ahead and bring up the guy here real quick that I often refer to as, South Park is likely referring to here. Hold on. Guy gets cat surgery. Let's see here. There's a particular image of a guy who ends up turning himself into a cat, making himself look like a cat because he identifies as one. There's this guy, but that's not the one I'm referring to. There's another guy who did this, who ended up killing himself like 4 or 5 months later, I think. So let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Turn self into cat. see here. I can't quite find it, but it's a very famous story, really. It's where this guy identifies himself as other than human and therefore goes through the surgery process to become a cat or whatever, and then he ends up killing himself like quite a few months later. I don't know what the circumstances of that was, but yeah, that kind of stuff, I would imagine he probably had like some other psychological issues other than that. But I do think that what was it? This scene here by South Park, Dolphin, bathroom. This scene here was likely referring to that rather than anything else there.
Gerald! What happened to you?
That doctor is a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Look, Ike, your daddy's a dolphin.
A dolphin? Gerald, this is crazy!
Oh, I used to think I was crazy. But Dr. Biber told me that there are a lot of other people out there who are trans species. All I did is change my appearance to look the way I felt here. And I'm telling you now that if we don't...
Now, some people might think that this is like trans speciesism or whatever, which, like, okay, I tend to think that this is like pretty extreme. There's obviously some sort of issue going on there because you're not trans speciesism, you're a human being. Yeah, out of all the immutable characteristics of human beings have, the fact of the matter is that you can't identify with another with another animal. You can be transhuman, you can be a trans person, you can be transsexual, you can be transgender, but trans species is not only not going too far, it's not even going too far, I would say. It would basically be the equivalent of someone having some dysphoria and misinterpreting that dysphoria as being something other than human, which they're not. Otherkin and, you know, stuff like this is more on the spiritual side than anything else, really. That is clearly taking the piss on transports, but I don't think it's actual, like, taking the piss on transports in and of itself. I think it's mostly just, you know, commenting on the Eric Cartman effect. Sorry, not the Eric Cartman effect, the Cartman effect, which is basically the idea that if you have some sort of new identity or new thing going on there, politically speaking, it's best to argue and put forth your advocacy of that thing. Forgot to change this back. In a fashion in which opportunistic dickwads like Eric Cartman's, for example, won't take advantage of the situation. So, you know, and let's be perfectly honest, what's being shown there in that is like clearly a form of disingenuousness, in a sense, and it's showing the fact that the person there is being very clearly disingenuous. So we don't really need to take that one too seriously. We just need to interpret it in its proper context. So yeah. Well, that's just how that's just my take on the whole thing. And besides, like, trans women aren't really like blowing away the competition. There's like maybe 3 stories tops for the most part where this happens quite a bit. Which it's like, okay, something needs to be looked into that. In fact, one of those people, I believe, got their medal snatched away by the regulators. You know, because they lied about a portion of their transitioning, that they didn't quite take the amount of time that they said that they would, and as a result, this created an imbalance in their performance relative to the other people in terms of baseline effort. So, you know, and I do think that something like that is a valid reason, like, and it's just a perfect example how it is that the whole trans sports thing is blown out of proportion by conservatives anyways, because let the regulators do their fucking jobs. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about Disney's little thing there. I do think that this is good with regards to Disney, but I'm not going to be pro-Disney just because they did this.
one needs you, brother. Your boy could use a hand. Brother, the boy. I felt that one, brother.
That is something I think that's pretty good, but I also think that Disney still needs to have the screws taken to it because let's see here. Let's take a look at this shit here real quick. Disney ownership chart. Yeah, because if we're being honest here, shit like this is a problem. Yeah, this here is a problem, as you can see. I mean, they own all of Marvel, which is really, really bad. Honestly, I think that the Marvel comic company should not be owned by Disney. That should be a separate company by itself. Marvel Studios, of course. They also own all these Fox Entertainment groups. You know, 20th Century Fox, FX Fox, you know, the FX Networks groups. They got the Edible Shine group. They own National Geographic, which is like, what the fuck? Why do you own that? That doesn't have anything to do with the brand of Disney. Like that, what are you gonna produce? Like family-friendly naked pictures of like indigenous groups? What the fuck? Then they've got Fox Sports, so you know. So there's Fox News in there, I have to wonder? Nah, it doesn't look like Fox News in here. Yeah. So they've also got like, see here, Disney Theatrical Corporation. Let's see. Ah, here we go. They own ABC too. Like ABC, ESPN, UTV. I think there's Hulu somewhere in here. Ah, there it is right here. See? So yeah, this shit is a problem. Someone needs to take the hammer to the trust-busting hammer to Disney and break all this shit up. Like, break up Marvel so that way they have at the very least a separation between Marvel Comics and Marvel Movies. I think they can keep the Marvel Movies section since they own the licensing to that and whatnot. Movie licensing to that. Edible Shine Group. The Edible Shine... That needs to be broken up. National Geographic needs to be yoinked away from Disney. Disney here. All these 20th Century Fox shit, all this Fox stuff needs to be separated. And 20th Century Fox needs to go back to the way in which it was. I mean, Disney Music Group can still have its own little thing here. Anything that's directly under Disney should probably be owned by Disney, like Walt Disney Parks, Experience and Consumer Products. Most of this stuff can be owned by Disney. Disney Magazine Incorporated, you know, break off UTV, break off Movies Anywhere, because that needs to be its own thing, really. You need to make Hulu its own thing, its own streaming service, because that's becoming a monopoly right there. GoPro and the Steamboat Ventures and whatnot, that needs to be taken out. I mean, there's just so much that needs to be yoinked away from Disney completely that really needs to be done away with. So, I mean, they can have their hotels since they're a theme park shit and whatnot, but all this media stuff like ESPN, all this stuff that I just mentioned, now all that needs to be taken away from them. It needs to be broken up and gotten rid of. So, but yeah, despite that, this is good. And I love how the conservatives, by the way, are freaking out about this. They seem to be saying
Did
that
okay. Yeah.
Disney is pro
You are more
grooming.
focused.
They're pro child grooming. Like, shut the fuck up about this stuff, okay? This is nothing to do, this is more to do with reviving the whole gays or child predators sort of shtick, rather than, you know, any actual concern about children. This is about that's about homophobia. And you can't really convince me otherwise, because to be perfectly honest, the whole thing about the whole thing about like fearing that gays are gonna go and target your kids is fucking stupid. Because let's be perfectly clear here, like, this is mostly geared towards gay men. Conservatives probably think it's very hot that lesbians exist. In fact, I'm pretty sure that most of them wouldn't give a flying fuck if lesbians were a thing now. You know, because in the Bible, quite literally, it states that, you know, sleeping with a man as if he were a man is forbidden, but it doesn't really say anything about women being the same thing, at least in the original translations. There were a couple of translations that were misinterpreted or misrepresented or added in some cases which do say that, but those are like mistranslations. In the actual Greek itself, it doesn't really say any of that. We can't find really any fragments of that particular portion that exists there. In fact, we have a fragment in which that particular portion or teaching of the Bible, either in Hebrew or in the you know, in the Hebrew or the Septuagint, doesn't really appear. So, but yeah, I know, honestly, a lot of this stuff is just an excuse to insert. It's not necessarily just an excuse to be homophobic. It's also an excuse to, for the most part, just to be instituting theocracy, just to engage in theocratic institution making, which, like, I have no interest for. I don't care who you are or what you are. You want to institute a theocracy, you're likely going to be, your goal is to persecute those who don't agree with you. Just flat out. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You persecute other Christians as well that don't agree with your theocracy. And, you know, there might be people, you know, what was it, Holy Knight Vader might come in here and say, oh, no, there are theocrats that are actually fair. They're actually not like that. There are theocrats that, for the most part, are accepting of other groups and all that stuff. Well, to that I say, no, alright? Even if that was the case, even if there are people like that, the people who are going to get into power in the theocracy are not going to be that fashion. And even if that is the case, and even if they do, over time it's eventually going to turn into something monstrous. Like it always does. There's no point in time where theocracy has ever been instituted in the history of mankind, other than ancient Greece. And Greece was fucking weird, by the way. They had this weird sort of state institution of theocracy, but they never really had this means of constantly enforcing it to a way in which it led to persecution. That's the only time theocracy has ever been instituted in society was never led down to mass persecution and just flat out killings of people who don't agree with you.
Son?
Why that is? It's a bunch of complicated sociological aspects, but for the most part, it has to do with the simple fact that, well, the Greeks were basically degenerate, according to the conservative mindset, but fairly open when it came to sexual behavior. And as a result of that, that openness also extended to other religions. Of course they did. There were priests that killed one another, or priests that sort of attacked one another and possibly persecuted each other. But suffice to say, those were kind of in the minority anyways. And there would be laws against that stuff in Greece. In ancient Greece anyways. But yeah, it's very good that Disney's doing this. I actually like the fact that they're... Hold on real quick. Let's go to the map. See where... Or rather goals. Hold on real quick. Realm of Fog. Muspelheim. Complete the language cipher. Okay. Here we go. Kneel before Thor. Okay, let's find out where that is real quick. Hold on. Looks familiar. I think I know where it's referring to, but hold on real quick. Let's go and do some of these maps before we do the main quest here. Kneel before Thor. Sorry, I was responding to someone saying, how is it like the John Burns run? If you read the run from the very beginning, you'd see how Man of Steel is like the John Burns run. Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's get to this map here. Don't want to hear any of the commentary. Let me see here. Okay, it's in the witches area. So we go over to the witch. Oh no, we don't go there, okay. See here. Okay, so it's down there then, alright. I think I might be able to find it from there. Oops. Let's see here real quick, hold on. Okay. Okay, that's where you find the map. Okay, that's not where the map actually is. Okay, it's in the it's at the Muspelheim Tower then, I guess. Or oh no, I see. Okay, go to the Muspelheim Tower. Take a left. Go through there, jump this gap. And it's right over there. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me bring back up OBS here. Just so I can see the chat. Alright. So yeah, that was really the only topic I wanted to sort of talk about, really. What did I not? I guess I gotta go the other way then. I guess I never activated this part then.
I see some loot up there. What's that down there?
Loot, boy. It's loot. Wait, let's go ahead and continue over here real quick because I'm pretty sure there's something over here. Nope, there's some enemies.
Not shot.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Nice. Summoner, huh? Yep. Alright. Oh, gotta go to the bathroom here. Hold on. Kneel before Thor, okay. You know what? Let's talk a little bit about the trans-species stuff, since I did mention it, by the way. Or rather, South Park did, rather. I did talk a little bit about it. Here's the thing here. If you're like a furry, and your whole identity is wrapped up in like being another animal, other than the one that you are, which is a primate, which is human. Hold on.
Another one here.
This one is Thrym, a frost giant king.
Correct. A cunning one as well.
Is that Mjolnir? Did he steal Thor's hammer?
Aye, for a time.
A lot of these seem to end with Thor killing them.
Imagine that.
Interesting. Yeah. So, you know, if you're a otherkin or furry and whatnot, and you have your whole identity wrapped up in like, oh, I identify as something other than what I am, in a spiritual sense, then I get that. Because, you know, we all have like spiritual connections to other animals or to other creatures that we necessarily have. Like me, for example. I have a spiritual connection to someone with cats, which is why it is I like owning cats. I wouldn't consider myself a furry, though. I just think I have a spiritual connection with them in a lot of ways. I also think the same thing of eagles, because eagles are a representation of freedom in a lot of ways, and I do like to be free. So, yeah. But if you identify with these species in a way that says that you are of that species, you know, I'm sorry to say this, but you probably got some other problem going on there. So yeah. And you know, the entire process is very much dehumanizing, which like which of course if you dehumanize someone or something, you're probably not going to have the best of time relating to other people, other things and whatnot. And you're probably going to have a low opinion of yourself. You know, to dehumanize yourself in an effort to...
Lemire, why don't you tell us the story of the giant that stole Thor's hammer?
Happily, my boy. It involves your friend Freya, too, though I don't expect it's one she'd enjoy being reminded of. The giant was called Thrym, and he proved cunning enough to make off with Mjolnir while the...
Hold on. Let's check out where the other one is. Dead and bloated, alright. Dead and bloated. So location of the map, already got that one. Cliffs of the near the Cliffs of the Raven, okay. And it's right around there. Okay, I know where that's at. Oh, we need to go. In fact, we're kind of on our way there, in fact. Let's see here.
Thunder Lummox slept. Sadly for Thrym, he didn't always think with his brain. Though he had robbed the greatest giant killer of his greatest weapon, he offered to trade it back to the Aesir in exchange for Freya as his bride.
Enough. No stories. Not while on foot. Our focus is the road.
Completely understand. I'll finish later, lad.
Alright. Kind of a dick there with Kratos, but I get it. He's, it's understandable at the very least. Not quite, okay.
I still can't read these.
Okay. I guess it's not supposed to be here. Hold on, let me see where it's supposed to be at. Oh, it's supposed to be there. Okay, yeah. Is it right? No, I don't think it's right there. Ah, it's the only other place where it could be.
Right there.
Hold on.
Where were we? Ah, yes.
I'll let him finish
Thrym the
the
Cunning
story.
stole Thor's hammer and ill-advisedly offered to trade it for Freya's hand in marriage. Now, at this point, Freya was married to Odin, and Odin, frankly, would have traded her for a sufficiently strong mead, but he saw an opportunity here. Thrym's palace was in Jotunheim, and only giants know the way. By agreeing to the marriage, they'd have to escort Freya back to their realm. So, Odin coerced Freya into using her Seither magics to conceal Thor, so he could sneak along with her and infiltrate Jotunheim.
When the hammer was produced as the wedding dowry, Thor revealed himself.
He took back Mjolnir and wasted no time in smashing Thrym's skull, followed by every other giant present for the festivities. The only thing that put a stop to it was Freya, who wanted no part of this massacre. She cast a powerful spell that hurtled them both out of Jotunheim with no means of return. Odin was livid, hoping that Thor's foothold in Jotunheim would become his own. And oh, would he ever revenge himself upon Freya?
What is the point of this story, Head?
Well, for Thrym, the lesson would be to keep his priorities straight. For Freya, it's that doing good has a price. For Thor, it's that no object of power makes you what you are. And if what you are is the biggest butchering bastard in the Nine Realms, nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah, okay, so it is over here then. But I can't get through here. I need to open up these doorways. Well, I guess we go ahead and go to some other map then. Hmm. 6 of 11, alright. Turtle's Tribute. I know where that's at. This one, on the other hand, let's do Creation Island real quick. Creation Island. Oh, it's there. Okay. It's right there then. Pretty close then, alright. Let's go ahead and go there then. Unless of course I have to do another thing. Might have to advance the story a bit more there. Yeah, it looks like I have to advance the story because yeah, apparently I'd have to advance the... Oh no, no, it's over here. It's over here. No. Yeah. Alright, nice.
Is it me? Or are they getting tougher to beat?
Nah, it's on you. They are getting kind of tougher. Okay. 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 Alright, where in this island is it at then? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Ah, it's right here. Eternal Frost. Ooh, nice. Awesome. Alright. I don't know if this is used to... I think this is used to upgrade my... I think that's used to upgrade my axe. Okay, Hunter's Kingdom. Alright. Hunter's Kingdom. Kingdom treasure map. Vayetnogard, okay. It's all the way over there then, alright. Oh, nice. I think we're basically about to go there then. I love the fact that there's this giant fucking snake just like overlooking the area. It's like, what will I do right now? What can I do at the moment? Funny. There's a way to get over there, I just don't remember how. Okay, yeah, I see. I go over there then and open it. Open it. Alright. Wrong way.
We could reach him out here.
Ah.
Ready to go now. I like them there that easy.
I don't like it when they're that easy, huh? It's a game mechanic. I don't know why it doesn't, why it like does that myself. It's kind of weird, really. Like Kratos can jump so fucking far, no problem whatsoever. But you know, for some reason, the game plays it like he can't. Don't know why that is, but I guess it's a thing. Oh, look at goes.
Come and face me, God of Thunder! Your challenges mean nothing to the gods, Spirit. They do not listen.
Do not mock my pursuit of vengeance. Though my family devoted their lives to worshipping Thor, I've devoted mine to his downfall. And I will start with that statue looming over my father's grave.
Unlikely. You are dead.
Is there...
Hold on. Okay. Perhaps that will stop it from
something we
pixelating.
can do?
For a reward, of course.
If you bring down the statue, you have my blessing to loot my father's grave. He rests on an island to the east.
Why do you hate Thor so much?
After my father passed, my mother built the statue to watch over his grave. Imagine our surprise when the God of Thunder himself came to offer condolences. First we were thrilled, but he quickly took advantage of our hospitality. My mother begged to leave Thor. He's drunken. was left with nothing but grief. Eventually, I lost that as well, and found only rage in its place.
I'm so sorry.
Come, boy. We have a statue to destroy.
Oh, it seems like Kratos sees himself in this sees a little bit of himself in here, and he's like, oh, it's that story. Yeah, okay, I can kind of understand that. I was taken advantage of by Ares in a similar fashion, you know. But yeah, it is very similar to. God damn!
I can't yet.
Fucking Christ.
Enemies down.
God damn, those things are annoying. They go underground. I fucking hate those revenants too. They are the absolute worst of them. Nope. The chat's still getting pixelated for some stupid reason. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this real quick. YouTube. Oh, fucking YouTube chat and OBS gets pixelated. Alright, let's see if we can fix this real quick.
Tutorial, I will show you how to fix a blurry or pixelated stream when using OBS Studio on your PC. This should be quite an easy tutorial. For more information, click on the first link in the description below. Open up OBS Studio and navigate to your settings. Under Output, make sure to set the output mode to Advanced. Making changes to these settings will in turn prevent your stream from being blurry or pixelated. First of all, make sure to set your encoder according to your hardware. For mid to high-end NVIDIA graphics card users, set the first and prevent your stream from being making changes to the make sure Studio and navigate to your settings. Under Output, make sure to set the output mode to Advanced.
Okay.
Making changes
Already there.
according to your hardware. Then to the processor. Oh, don't rescale your output here. You should do this in the video tab of your settings. Set your rate control to CBR. This option
it's
will use
already
a
in
constant
CBR.
bitrate, which will be set below. Your streaming bitrate should be set to a value according to your available upload bandwidth.
Okay.
According to quickly fix practices for your selected streaming service.
Okay.
To quickly fix pixelated streams, increasing your bitrate will help in any way, but your network connection might not be able to support it. To find out how high you
Oh wait, this is for stream stop. YouTube chat. Looking for YouTube chat. Fix blurry YouTube stream quality encode overload now. YouTube chat. Chat window. Chat window. Here we go. Nah, it's just something I'm gonna have to figure out some other time. Then, occasionally, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and go custom into OBS and simply just adjust the window. I don't know why it does this. It's weird. Wait, what? What just happened? My game just ended. What the fuck? Ah, that's like... It's like fucking stupid. Seriously? My game ended simply because I went into settings? Are you fucking kidding me here? That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened at all. What the fuck, OBS? Ugh. Trying to fix it on the fly, it caused my game to crash for some reason. Yes, yes, yes. We all know it's by Santa Monica Studios by now. Hopefully it didn't set me back too bad. Pretty sure the game auto saves pretty frequently. So... Oh, good. Okay, we're not too far away from where we were. That was fucking weird. OBS, like, just flat out decides to go and shut down my game just because I went into the settings.
My father's grave lies an island to the east. Do not mistake my mother's statue of Thor with that monster's outside my son.
What the fuck is wrong with you, boy? Hit it. Interesting. Alright, let's go and destroy that statue then.
one whose mom was killed by Thor? What about him?
Let his story be a reminder. The lives of men mean nothing to the gods.
I know, Father.
You know. But do you listen?
Not wrong there. He's not wrong.
Yes.
Good.
I got all my combat skills there.
Beacon Beach over here.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll have a lot more light in my new office once it gets made. I'm hoping to have it... There we go.
Need more time. Ethan, now's your chance. I'll knock him down. Beacon's open.
There we go. That was a lot better. A lot better than the other ones, so. Fire residual mine increases resistance to burn by 50%. Okay. Oh, by the way, another piece of good news that's coming up apparently.
Here.
Ron DeSantis is allegedly going after Disney's ability to be able to act as its own sort of government, which is good. You know, I don't really care if it's Ron DeSantis doing it or someone else doing it, really. The fact of the matter is that Disney needs to have their status on that yoinked from them clearly. So...
Vadergar, southern outpost of the Dwarven King. Dwarven King? Have you ever heard of a Dwarven King?
No.
I'd heard rumours of a powerful dwarf ruling over some poor soul.
Nothing remains of Vestergaard except the ruins of Moit's cruelty. The once fertile soil is barren, soaked with the blood of both hunters and the hunted. It was the noble dwarf king himself who demanded the bloodshed. He who conscripted the gentle farmers of these lands into an army of very equipped hunters. He whose thirst for savage beasts produced a legion of widows. The castle still stands for those foolish enough to scavenge, wherein dwells the deadliest of his quarry. Let caution guide you. Yikes, doesn't sound like a very nice place. Father will probably want to visit anyways to look for useful resources. He's gotten a little predictable, but I'm still having fun seeing new places with him.
One's not far from here. Not that you asked me.
Hey, Brock, you ever hear of a Dwarf King?
I suppose you're talking about Motsignir? Some bitch ruled over the humans once lived in this area. Built himself a castle just north of here.
A Dwarven castle? What's it like?
You got yourself a pair of eyes and legs, ain't you? Might want to stock up before you head that way, though. Old Motsignir's known for collecting all manner of killering creatures. Not sure who's looking after him now. Let's get to it.
Oh no, frozen flame is what I need, not eternal frost. Okay.
Something on your mind, boy? Joy. You again.
I kind of want one of these legendary bits here, but I guess I gotta go ahead and go down to Svartalheim because, you know, Smoldering Ember and all that stuff. So... In fact, let's go to one of the realms before we... In fact, let's go ahead and go to us. What was it? Hold on. Let's go to Muspelheim, not Svartalheim. Or, yeah, let's do that. We'll go to Muspelheim and get some Eternal Embers and craft one of these, one of those armor pieces there. nice. He just takes him and throws him. That's funny.
What happened to these people?
Follow the clues.
Okay. Well, scorch marks. They're all grouped together. So maybe they were hiding from some kind of fire breather. But they died anyways.
Ah, damn. Fucking Christ. God damn, I hate war.
What does it say?
Yes, sir. Veda Dauber. It means hunting death. Great.
Here. Boy.
Sir. Curse the Dwarf King. Bane of mankind. Sounds like he wasn't a very good king. I wonder why they hated him so much.
They are dead now. Does it matter?
No.
Otyr has escaped his binds again. Hello. His binds yet again. Instead of flying off this time, he seeks revenge on his captors and is determined to turn Vethagard to ash. We seek shelter in the outlying caves where we found sanctuary in the past. Our king assures us his next chain will be unbreakable. If anyone can build an unbreakable chain, it's Mosignir, architect of the great stronghold of Konunskard. Leader of a glorious new age in Vethagard. All hail the Dwarf King, protector of mankind. These people seem a little friendlier, for all the good it did them.
I'm just curious.
Curiosity is dangerous, boy. Stay focused.
Wow.
Alright, so before we engage this one, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of a sandwich here real quick. And we'll watch something. Alright, I'm back. And let's work with, shall we, in terms of stuff to watch here while I eat.
This or worse than what other elements, and compare and contrast you can, but you would need an econ degree for that, and I have a headache and also no econ degree, so let's not. I do want to say though that in a purely abstract sense, if you were to strip away everything else possible, you have a private company, Uber, determining how to price their rides. The idea of surge pricing is reasonable in line with existing market expectations. It makes sense. It doesn't seem
I'm done with my sandwich. And I'll put the plate back. And we'll continue watching this once I'm back. Oh yeah. I guess I'll be putting that in the kitchen. Alright, we are back and we're going to continue to watch this real quick just because I'm curious here. And we'll see if there's anything to comment. So far, there's really nothing to comment on here.
Seem to me to be particularly exploitative inherently, though it's often exploitative in its outcomes. And I think what we're seeing here is the outrage that people feel when you have one of those externalities that make surge pricing come across as exceptionally cruel. You know, price gouging. You know, when you arbitrarily raise the price on something that you sell in response to a tragedy or whatever, you know, that can be illegal, depending on how it's done. With regards to this, you know, it's more like competitive bidding. Like, everyone's just casting their lot in, like, a very complicated, algorithmically determined eBay listing of an Uber ride that you're trying to find your way through. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sorry, my head hurts. Listen, let me just get directly at the point without any of the sort of preceding run-up, okay? We have a problem with a lack of contingencies and a lack of throughput in our systems when an emergency happens, you know?
Yep.
The goal of a company is to make as much money as possible. I think that's pretty straightforward. That's its goal. Whatever it can do to get there is best, you know? And that oftentimes inefficiencies and redundancies are necessary when you're dealing with systems that can break down. Let me give you an example with another kind of public transit, okay? Let's say you have a metro system. If you're a company, the goal of a metro system in terms of its operation and its cost is to make the most amount of money while spending the least amount of money as possible. Obviously, it gets more complicated than that sometimes, but that's the gist. And maybe, after doing a bunch of math, your analysts tell you the best way to do that is to have a train run down a route every 28 minutes. And that keeps people reasonably happy. If you had it run any more than that, you would lose money even if more people got on the trains because it was more available. You know, you'd still be paying out more for more trains running. You'd have to pay for additional costs, parts, repair, labor, operations, salaries.
Yep, this is all true. I mean, there's really nothing I can comment on here. In fact, we're going to go ahead and stop since the video is almost done. I'm kind of content farming here, if you would. So, yeah. Let's get back to where we were at. With this. Let's destroy that statue.
How do you even begin to build statues this big?
Dwarves are resourceful creatures. Annoying, but resourceful.
I guess they must have been pretty important dwarves.
Okay, this island in particular was
Well,
really
here it is.
fucking frustrating.
It's
in
gotta
lot
have
of
a weak
ways.
one. Somewhere.
That was good. I wonder how I'm gonna deal with the other one in particular. The one with the purple health bar, because there's one around here somewhere.
There he goes! How's he planning on doing this himself?
Well, he's a ghost, so he can't really... Okay.
Gods do not fall this easily, boy.
I know. I was just joking.
Nor are they a joking matter.
Sorry.
Alright, and... There we go.
Father, why did the gods cause so much trouble for us?
Because that is